You don't have to count calories to lose weight. There's so many calorie tracker apps out there nowadays that you feel that may be the only solution that works for you. But let's face it, counting calories can be tedious, and sometimes there's the human error of that as well, where the calories aren't actually correct. Sometimes you could be over calculating how many calories that you are eating because the numbers are off. And that can lead to having frustrated losing weight. And also, over time, it can just feel too boring and adding too stress to yourself. Now, we're not going to reinvent the wheel with calories not being equated and that calories aren't something that you have to be able to understand, but you don't have to do it in the typical way of counting calories. There's other ways that you could be able to lose weight. Now, I've used calorie counting with clients, but I also have used many other various methods to help my clients lose weight. I'm Lee Agbohlah with Ultimate Performance. In this video, you will learn how you can lose weight without counting calories and be able to keep the weight off. We'll go into the ways that I have used for hundreds of my clients, and I've used even for myself, and you're going to be able to do it yourself as well. Calorie counting is a method that you can use to help yourself lose weight. It's going to help you understand where you need to get to in a calorie deficit, because a calorie deficit is always going to be where you have to get to. But there's many different ways to make it happen. And understanding that there are things where you maybe not want to do calorie counting. So how can you do it? First off, follow meal templates. Now, meal templates are equating for calories, but it's already adjusted for you so you don't have to punch the numbers. So a template is simply this. It tells you how much of you need to be eating of your different macros. Now, macros are things like fats, your proteins, and your carbs. These are what's going to add up to the total calories that you're going to be eating. So a meal template like I use with my clients is going to say how many ounces that you need to be eating in protein, how much ounces of your different vegetables or the different grains, and equating for other things of the different fats that you will have as well. By doing this, you stick to understanding of how much you need to have to eat to be in a calorie deficit. So it makes it easy because following a template can be something that you can use with any food, because it breaks it down to you of how your meals are supposed to be structured. So now you know with your meals and how you need to have your portions. This allows you to lose weight and be able to create what you need to have happen with your eating. And these things, if done right with the right templates, you can use these templates when you eat out. You can use these templates when you're cooking for yourself or when you're buying meals. These things are broken down to where you're still understanding where you need to be at. So you may still be using food scale, which is really great that you should be doing, because you do need to know how many ounces, how many cups or different things being done, but you don't have to log it all into an app. And over time, you understand how to properly measure these things, and you understand of how to equate it for yourself when you're eating out as well. Templates work very well, and it's doing the same thing that calorie counting is doing without having to punch the numbers for all your different meals. It should still equate for things for snacks as well, not just meals. So it helps break it down for you to make sure that you are eating to the deficit to help yourself. Secondly, focus on the intuitive eating. Now, intuitive eating is understanding your body and understanding how your appetite and your hunger works, and understanding when you're full, understanding how food is being used to create what you need to have happen for yourself. These are things that you put together to help yourself do it. Over time, everyone should become an intuitive eater if they really want to be able to be healthy. And focus on these parts within your body will really help you out. So you'll understand that you don't have to go on a binge when you eat. You'll understand that when you're hungry or versus your appetite. So start learning those different things. It will help you understand when you are full, understanding that with food, there is no emotion. So you'll get rid of all the toxic thinking you've had to getting rid of these things, especially if you're going on restrictive diets. These are things that have been developed. Now you get to remove it, because with intuitive eating is just really understand your body and how that food will work for you and how your body needs it. So you start to understand when you're full. This will help your body really understand how you should be regulating your hormones as well, when understanding when you're hungry, when you're full. These are things that will help you over time. Being intuitive is really getting in tune with everything within your body. So you now start understanding, instead of always thinking that you have to eat more or you have to eat less, you really start listening to your body to understand where you need to be at, and it starts to develop that. This helps you understand the true portions that you really need for food as well. You will get rid of some of the cravings that you have that may cause you to gain weight. This will really help you out. And third is just focusing on the habit part of losing weight and eating right. So understanding what should you be eating more of. Instead of always thinking about eating less, focus on what you need to eat more of. Eating more protein. We know protein is very important in order for us to stay full, in order for us to be able to boost our metabolism and really keep fat off. Eating more protein will help you out. Understanding, eat more fiber. Focusing on the things that help with your satiety, and satiety is just with your hunger. Now, eating more things that are fiber, and then understanding the foods that are, things like our vegetables, things like our fruits, things like our grains that we have. You start understanding, what eating more of that. Eating more unprocessed foods. Now, we know that there are no good or bad foods, but we understand that these processed foods are going to be higher within the nutrients and be lower in calories, which we need to be able to be in a calorie deficit. So it's going to really help us out. This doesn't mean that you're not still able to have a balanced diet, but when you start focusing on eating more of these things, the other stuff that you may have there where you have some excess calories, it will balance out and you'll still be in a deficit. These are things that I have taught with in my clients that I work with myself. This is what helps you build the eating. You don't need to go on a diet. It's not about going on a diet. It's about understanding how to eat right for yourself, to be not only to lose the weight, but keep it off. By focusing on these different things, this is what's going to help you out. So what things do you need to start focusing on to lose weight without calorie counting? Is following meal templates. Have things that are structured that break it down of how you should be eating, understand how much of your portions, understanding what's needed, understanding within your body, becoming intuitive, right? Understanding that when we're full, understanding when our appetite, understanding portions, understanding that with food, there is no good or bad. We don't need to focus on good and bad food. We just need to understand that part of listening to our body. And last what I just talked about, understanding what do you need to eat more? What are the habits you need around your eating, right? Of eating the protein, eating enough fiber, eating more unprocessed foods to help ourselves. This is what's going to help you be able to lose the weight and keep it off. It's simple to do without calorie counting if you don't want to do it. Now, I've helped many clients use calorie counting as well because it is a tool that can work, but there are always drawbacks. So you really have to figure out what works for yourself. If calorie counting is working really well for you, keep it up. But if you're looking for ways to do it without calorie counting and it's too tedious for you, use these 3 into action. You'll see it happen for yourself. So let me know. Have you used calorie counting? Has it worked successful for you? Or you're looking for ways that are going to help yourself out? Just let me know in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe and watch the next video.